Welcome to the October 18th, 2023 meeting of the City of Lake Forest Plan Commission. My name's John Dixon, and I am chairman of the Plan Commission. At this time, I'd like to ask the members of the commission to introduce themselves, starting to my left and going clockwise.
Lisa Neary.
Jamie Moorhead.
Mark Pasquazi.
And from the city staff, we have Miss Kathy Cernak here tonight. The first and only item before us this evening is consideration for a request for a special use permit for Tocco, an Italian restaurant in an existing tenant space located partially within 150 feet of property zone for residential use. The property is located at 950 Northwestern Avenue in the Westwood Center. At this point, I'd like to ask commission members if there's any conflicts of interest or ex parte communications in this matter.
None.
No.
Hearing none. At this time, I'd like to swear anyone in who thinks that they might want to speak tonight, either in support or opposition of this matter or any other matter that might not be on the agenda. If you could just please stand where you are and raise your right hand. Yes. Yeah, no, that's all good, all good. Do you solemnly? Yeah, no, but I need you to stand, please, Mr. Yeah, in case you do you solemnly state that the testimony you shall give in this matter shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, thank you. And with that, I will ask the petitioner to come forward, please, to the podium here and make your presentation. Mr. Bruno Abate, is that? Abate, pardon me, my Italian is not very good, but welcome and thank you.
English.
Yeah. Welcome and thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you for taking the time. My name is Bruno Abate. I was born and raised in Italy. I came in this country about 25 years ago. I came in vacation, but then you never know what happened in life, and just God kept me here. It was a good thing. In the beginning, it was tough for the English to understand all the culture. As any immigrant, it's kind of hard in a new country. So, but day by day, working hard, and I opened my first restaurant. Actually, my dad, before to die, said to me, "Don't ever open a restaurant in your life." And so, but always we listen to parents, right? And so my first restaurant was in the West Loop. So I was kind of the pioneer, West Loop of Fulton and Morgan, where Google is. So 1999, I have a $3,500 in my pocket, and I lost a lot of money when I came here, just in the beginning. I trusted someone, I gave it the money, and I thought they were more honest than the people from Naples, where I came from. But anyway, long story short, I believe in God first, and then I believe in myself and what I learn, what my parents teach me. So very important, for your life. And I don't know how I did it, but I opened this beautiful restaurant in Fulton and Morgan. And it was the first restaurant in West Loop on Fulton. And it was 2001, and actually 2000. So, and it's been very, very, very successful. And I'm kind of proud that I was the pioneer there in Fulton Market. 2008, I opened Tocco on Milwaukee Avenue, and it was a bad idea in Wicker Park. Why I opened Tocco, and then a bad economy, as you know, 2009 and 10, 11. It was very, very hard. But one good thing happened in 2010 to my life, that I got a call from God. It's it's crazy when I say that, but a lot of people don't believe it. Some people say that he call you on a cellular phone, whatever. But yeah, the call was, as an immigrant, I briefly speak English. I'm learning every day to say the good words. And I never experienced prison or jail. My family, we were a humble working family. But 2010 was very tough for me economically, family, losing a wife, a brother. So everything came down, But the call was like, I don't know, this is now they're doing a documentary about me. I want to tell you this story so you know a little bit better where I am, okay? I'm not just a restaurant that one makes money or stuff like that. So from there, I don't know what happened that night. I wrote 10 pages, how can I change the prison system in America? Me, that I don't have another culture. I just did the elementary school and 2 years in high school. That's it. We don't have a possibility to go to school at that time. So from there, everything happened so fast. Now I created one of the most important programs to rehabilitate people in prison in America. And that's in Cook County Jail. The program is called Recipe for Change. I've been on 60 Minutes. I've been all over the world for what I do, and I'm very proud about that. Why a lot of little small things happen and change in the prison system in America and also in other parts of the world. So I want to share this with you. Well, it's very important to me. So the restaurant, is my passion, is my love, is my go crazy every day too. It's a restaurant, and how can you not go crazy? But, when you do everything with serenity and love and peace, everything's gonna be okay. So, and also when you're not greedy, I'm not a corporation, it's myself. So when you get up in the morning, if you make $1, you're happy. If you don't make it, it's fine, as long as you don't lose it, But so that's my philosophy. But the first thing that I love about this job is to really make people happy. Have everybody go out to say, wonderful, beautiful, we love you, Bruno. And that's what it's my, keeping going every day, So, and I close all the places that I have downtown. And at one point, I don't want to be in the restaurant business. And but then, I just went for lunch in Winnetka, and I met a friend. And from there was people on the street. Hey, Bruno, hi, how you doing? What you doing here? Open a restaurant. I said, no more restaurant. And but we have a pattern, right, that we have to follow in life, and everything comes in the right time. And that's what happened. I found a great landlord, and he helped me a lot. He won me. He said, we want you here. We're going to do anything possible. And that's what happened. I mean, I've been open 4 years. There was nothing there. I was scared when I was sitting there in Chestnut Court and then looking, and there was at 5 o'clock, there was no car passed by, no human passed by. I said, what I'm doing? But I have a people like say, yes, Bruno, do it. It's going to be okay. And I have to say, I opened November 10, 2019, and then we know what happened next. But everything was fine. The community just helped me. They were so supportive that, the takeout, and people would buy gift certificate, and they did anything possible. And I have to say, the village of Winnetka was wonderful with me. They gave me the street. So the Chestnut Court, we closed the street, so we have more table to sit. Well, my place is small, it's 65 seats. So outside, we put another 40 table. So it was wonderful for the community. It was wonderful for me, for my employee. And it was a really a good journey. And, I'm very happy with the community in Winnetka. The same thing I want to do here. Why, I actually have probably $500,000 of customer come from Lake Forest to my place. And everybody, come on, open in Lake Forest, open in Lake Forest. Till they kind of like, okay, push me and, okay, let's do Lake Forest. And I look around, but the most important thing was, besides the location, it was to find a great landlord. Now, you have to tell me if it's great or not. They are great. So. But, for what I understand, for the time we spent together and all the effort, they are great people. And that's what makes everything successful. Together we're going to building something beautiful. I promise that. And I want to be part of this community. I want to, like I do in Winnetka, we do like $30,000 to $35,000 in charity. We support the police. We support the fire department, the kids, everything possible, to make the community better. Well, this is a small community, so we want to do good things. And also, I think I will, our culinary skill, we're going to bring really something great. Is not a corporation. It's all made by hand every day, from the bread, from the pasta. I have people working for me for 20 years. So 9 years, I have all my staff close to me. So I'm bringing a chef from Italy. He's a Michelin star. He's a very good friend of mine. And he will come here to be the chef in Lake Forest. I'm the maestro. I'm conducting the music. I'm a chef also. I've been, cooking for 50 years. So, but I cannot be in every place. But I want to make sure that, Lake Forest will be top, that people will talk about it, and I will bring more people to the community. And I don't know what else to say to you guys.
Thank you.
I think it will be fantastic. I mean, the design will be nice. Everything will be, you have a little layout there. So we kind of study the layout. I like the layout, if you see it. It's, did you find the layout? Let's look at the fourth page, I think. Yeah. So the layout is pretty simple. We're gonna utilize the patio. It's beautiful in the summer. And we also have a little space across to the restaurant. It's about 800 square feet where we're gonna do, half of the place will be preparation, fresh pasta. And then the other one will be a table for 20, table for 15 people, something exclusive with the chef, what I call the chef table. It's not on this plan. No, it's not here, yeah. But so this is the layout of the restaurant. In the next page, you see a little bit kind of the color scheme that we're looking for. Mm-hmm. It's a kind of like, chic, but not simple, like, The patio will be beautiful with lots of plants and beautiful furniture. This is just really, it's 1 week of work in this, so we needed to spend a little more time on the design and everything, right? Especially the kitchen. The kitchen that's the heart of the restaurant, have to be beautiful. If you are welcome to come to Toko in Wanaka and see how he designed that place. It's a small, the first thing for me is to be clean. Everything has to be clean. I come in the morning, I go like this everywhere, and if I see I have a lady comes 5 hours every morning to clean up, so I'm very obsessed about cleaning and make sure that my customers are safe. That's the most important thing. Yeah, so I appreciate you giving me this opportunity to create
Thank you.
something new.
Thank you, Mr. Abate.
Much.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that presentation. Maybe we'll ask the city staff, Ms. Cernak, to have any comments or clarification on the presentation here.
Sure. Thank you, Chairman Dixon. This restaurant, this proposed restaurant is before the Plan Commission because, as you noted, it's located partially within 150 feet of a residential zoning district. The restaurant is proposed in the Westwood, I still call it Westwood Square, but is now Westwood Court, the commercial development that has been there for decades on the southwest corner of Western Avenue and Woodland Road. As many of you know, that commercial development has evolved quite a bit. Many people remember it as a location for Burger King, and I will note that when Burger King was there, there were a number of complaints and activities, and certainly it's a very, very different kind of commercial use than what we see there today. Mm-hmm. Today, you do have Duffer's Pub. Lucky Duck is not currently open, but they have operated there. Donati's, Hefe's Tacos. Both the interior and exterior of the commercial development have been renovated significantly by the new owners who bought it about 3 years ago. Prior to that, the development was owned by a developer out of town, and we had many ongoing issues. I can tell you that today we do not get complaints about noise or odors or trash or parking. Now that there's more activity in the community, sometimes we hear from people that they have to walk a little bit further, but I think all of you understand that not being able to get a parking place right in front of the business that you want to go to is a good thing, not a bad thing. And perhaps the culture is changing a little bit, and it's okay if you have to walk a block. We know we always have vacant parking spaces in the central business district. We do counts on an ongoing basis, and we always find vacant spaces. Toko is proposed in the former King Ma space, which is directly north of Duffer's, fronts on Western Avenue, and it will extend through, and the former Michael's Barbershop will be incorporated into the restaurant. I believe the space is a little smaller than Mr. Abate would have wanted, but we're really working with him, and the landlord is working with him to make sure he does do what everyone's asking and come to Lake Forest and make this space work. Not unlike restaurants and other locations in the city, the restrooms will be upstairs. They will be accessed by the new elevator and stair corridor that was installed in the last couple of years at Westwood Square. It's a glass enclosure, much different than what it used to be. I believe in the preliminary site plan you have seating for about 60.
Yeah, it's a little more than 60. I mean, with the bar and everything, and it will be a little more than 60.
So it's generally in that range. Seasonally, as you heard, they would take advantage of the courtyard. The advantage is that the courtyard is enclosed at this location. You have the Kuro Bistro patio that is further toward Woodland Road, but the interior courtyard is enclosed by buildings on all sides. There are a number of conditions that have been put in place in the past for the overall commercial development that apply to all the restaurants. Those are detailed in your staff report, and they speak to delivery, they speak to off-site parking for employees, they speak to a requirement or a prohibition on parking by either employees or patrons on residential streets. And again, I will tell you that we do not receive complaints. So if this restaurant was located just a little bit further into the central business district, this would not even be coming before you. It is given its location, and the location of Toco is really buffered from the immediately adjacent residential development, both to the west on the east side of Oakwood Avenue, and also from the homes on Atteridge to the north. So you do have a recommendation with a number of conditions. Again, the overall conditions for that development will apply, but you do have a recommendation in support of bringing Toco to Lake Forest.
Thank you. Thank you. At this point, are there any questions or requests for clarification, either to the city staff or to the petitioner? I'll start with
None from
you,
me.
Commissioner Pasquesi.
One for city staff, just between this building and Sophia Steak, there's been a lot of new tenants going in. I'm just wondering broadly, you mentioned that there have been no complaints about odor, trash, or parking, but how is it working with parking and noise? And I mean, has it been working okay with the new?
Again, we have not received complaints, and people are not shy about complaining when they find something that isn't working. I think the complaint we've gotten about Sophia Steak is that the valet workers do not always wear their reflective vests, and so they can be hard to see at night. There certainly is congestion. If you go up and down Western Avenue today, or not today, but on a Friday or Saturday night, a Thursday night, there's a lot of activity and there's a lot of parking. Both Westwood Court and Sophia Steak benefit from the fact that they're pretty close to Woodland Road, and employees and valet can get over to those public parking spaces that are available all night without permit or fee, and also available late afternoon. So I think we are going to see more congestion, I think, as more activity. And Commissioner Moorhead, you were on the Central Business District Working Group, so it's that balance between achieving the vitality, knowing that is going to bring some additional traffic and parking, but we also have more residents in this immediate area. And we do see, during good weather, we see a lot of people walking from the north, not just Kelmscott, but Crystal Point and the Laurel Avenue condos. So it's that balance. We're certainly sensitive to not overbuilding.
We also have a 42 parking below.
Right.
So, and we have elevator coming directly to the restaurant. We're gonna put an elevator so people will park and come directly to the restaurant, so, yeah.
And currently, I believe that underground parking is not very heavily used. Many people don't know it's there.
No.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Do you have anything,
are you
Commissioner?
I'm done.
I have quite a few questions, but they're probably all over the place because I was taking notes as I was going and looking at different things, so I apologize if it's not kind of in a sequential order. You were saying that you're going to be open for lunch from 11 to 2 p.m. and from dinner to 5 to 10 p.m. You have a bar, so I don't know how liquor licenses work, Ms. Cernak, in terms of, is it all day that they have that, so that way can people come in the middle of the day to your restaurant and sit at the bar between the
So
service?
I say that I want to open for lunch. I'm not sure. This is now what I'm doing from this moment. I kind of like a research. I will go to Le Colonial. I will go to Sofia. I will go to every place to see what kind of lunch business is. Right. Well, you know, lunch is sometimes is losing money. So if it's worth it to be open, I will be open. If not, but usually the license, like the city of Chicago, in generally Cook County, after 11 o'clock, you're allowed to drink.
So it doesn't like, because I don't know how
Yeah,
liquor
and
licenses
if
work.
you
Do
see
they
the
break
bar
or-
next
okay.
door, like the
Midnight,
Duffer,
midnight, I think.
they open from 11 o'clock, you're allowed to drink,
Okay.
and you can drink all day.
Okay, so then you could have the option, if you ended up doing the lunch, that you could keep your bar open in the middle of the day and do different
Yes,
things? I just
yes.
wanted to ask that, because I just wanted to check that.
But we not do that, where it's a restaurant, I don't wanna be a
Right,
bar,
I'm
yes.
just thinking of possibilities, because I was like, that would be so nice to have a drink
Yeah.
right in the middle of the afternoon, like some
Yes,
wine. I was like,
definitely.
woohoo, that'd be awesome. Anyway, and I could walk
Engineering.
home. It's even better.
Commissioner Nearing, I would just add that you can also drink
across
at
the
Egg
street.
Harbor for breakfast.
Oh.
So liquor licenses are
Right.
granted by the city council and
Okay.
usually concurrent with a special use permit, but they're pretty broad.
Thank you.
Pretty
I just-
permissive.
I didn't realize that. I apologize. I had a couple more questions. There's 4 parking spots right in the front on the front part of the store. Are you thinking of doing something possibly, like I'm using Sophia's Steak because that's where I see the valet? Are you thinking that one parking spot is gonna be where you have a little valet station or there, because the sidewalk, that part is not that wide to be able to fit like a valet kind of thing. People are not gonna be able to walk, unlike Duffers where it's wider and they have tables there.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask that question.
Well, yeah, we're not gonna take any spot what city spot is. So
Okay.
in case we're gonna have valet, the valet will be probably by the garage door.
Okay, but you probably will
So,
have some
yes.
type of valet?
And that's we have a space there, so the valet will be there, invite people either to whatever they
Keep in
wanna
mind
park.
too, there's I think it's 60 spaces underneath, so
Right,
there's really
right.
isn't
Well,
a
I was
need
just
for
curious. I was
valet.
just trying
Yeah,
to brainstorm
yep.
outside, because, I don't like to park in a parking garage, it's
Yeah.
kind of easy.
Yes.
Just makes it a lot easier. The other question that I had was inside the courtyard, because I looked outside on the street, and at Duffers, they had tables, and I went into Duffers and I said, well, do you own those tables, or is it all the restaurants in Westwood? Because Westwood Court, I wasn't sure how that worked, and they said, no, those are our tables. And then I said, what about in the courtyard? And they said, well, no, those are our tables too, and we don't care who sits at those tables, yada, yada, yada. Well, I looked at your design of your, for the patio part in the actual courtyard kind of thing. So if you're thinking of doing that, are you gonna be blocking, there's beautiful planters there already, where it would kind of be, I was just wondering how that was gonna work, like in terms of if people from Duffers, are they gonna be in a separate section? Has that been talked about, or?
Well, he can answer this question.
Okay,
yeah.
sorry, I just was curious. Because I was just thinking of the sports bar.
Duffers.
Can you
is
state your name, please?
Todd Altunian.
Thank you.
531 East Woodland. So Duffers has the spaces out front. There will be a couple spots just outside the door that are kind of for the entire square, but Bruno's Toco will have the main section of the courtyard.
Okay.
So there's a kind of it's an L-shaped. He has a larger section, which is designated just for his,
Okay.
for the restaurant there.
Follow-up question, and I probably missed this, so I apologize if I did. Duffers is owned, and the other restaurants, right, they're the same owner. There's like 3 restaurants that are owned by the same owner. And I know the other 2 are inside, but do they have outside spots? I just wanted to ask that.
In their leases, they don't. They just have general use.
Okay. So then because I was just counting the tables and I was trying to figure out how is that gonna be designated? Okay, that, they answered that question. And then, oh yes, next question is the speakers. When, because we had passed, that they can have speakers and all that stuff. My question is, doesn't Duffers already have speakers out there? Or is it gonna be like, they're your speakers and then it's your music, like la 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 la, or, I don't know which.
Well, in the summertime, we have a cello play.
Oh, very nice.
So not the boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, well, but because I know Duffers is the golf and it's doom, doom,
Yeah.
doom, doom.
I mean, my restaurant is gonna be, that's the way I want my restaurant.
Right.
No ads, no, I got a sign outside, so, it just, I want people to come up for an experience.
Right.
I want people to dress nice if it's possible. I cannot obligate you to, but
Right.
no hats, it bothers me. When somebody comes at the bar with a baseball hat, that's bothering me. And it's a form of respect, like, if I
Right.
come here tonight and I have a hat,
Right.
It's like, you know, I have to take it out. Same thing.
Okay.
Music-wise, I love soft.
Right.
We not there. People,
yep.
yes, people need to have a possibility to talk. So
Yes,
it-
right.
it's gonna
I was
be
just
really,
curious.
really mild and some Pavarotti
Okay.
or maybe Bocelli.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to get you to say like you have to have this type, it wasn't that, it's just that, just to brainstorm that these are possible things I see as like, hey, you know, because Duffers, you know, and their music's a little bit louder, that's why I just know that.
Yeah,
So I was
and we'll
just
address
curious.
it the same way we've addressed with both Curo and.
Okay.
And the, you know, follow the ordinance in the city and.
Okay, great, sorry, I'm just trying to check my, oh, yes.
The neighbors.
You're not doing any delivery, which is a bummer, but you are doing that you can go pick up orders, correct?
We would love to.
Okay.
So I have to steer the kitchen. I have to tell you, we started with, even in Monaco, I don't wanna do the to-go order. When people come, there's a bar, restaurant, you know, it's kinda.
Right.
I don't have really a door where to pick up the, so, I just have to understand all the dynamic, you know. We started with the to-go order for the pandemic, help us to survive. I'm just staring now how, if I can do it at this side, or maybe I can do it at the
Okay.
other side. So we kinda stare at
Good. So it's a possibility that you might do
there
that, which
is
is
a
wonderful.
possibility,
Okay,
to do the to-go or the other.
Perfect.
Not delivery, why it's a big responsibility.
perfect. And I think I got all my questions. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time. Sorry, I just,
you,
all these
Commissioner.
questions popped in my head. I'm like, woo.
No, that was great. I liked your music rendition there
Yeah.
too. That was very nice.
that?
But, Mr. Abate, thank you so much. This, I think, is, you know, clearly you have passion for what you do. Clearly you have passion for your wonderful businesses that you've established, and certainly look forward to having you come here to Lake Forest. And I'm sure I'm not only speaking for the commissioners here, but also
Thank you.
the
I appreciate
citizens
the-
as well.
The opportunity, I appreciate your support.
Well, thank you, thank you. I would just add one item to the staff recommendations, and Commissioner Neering mentioned it. I just would make the music part of the recommendations, Kathy, here, because it's not part of the conditions pursuant to the support of this. And then, before we make the motion, I would make one comment, and this doesn't have so much to do with the petitioner or the property owner, but the light down on the street at that end of, on the north end of Western Avenue, it does start to get dark. I know past north of the Jewel there, and there have been, this was years ago, but there have been some accidents there, and now with the more traffic that comes through there, it might be good if the city looks at the lighting there on the street, especially as it goes north towards Sophia Steakhouse and down past Westwood. But it does get dark, and with people walking across the street, it might be good to have the city take that into
I
consideration.
will raise that.
Thank you. And with that, are there any questions? Doesn't seem like there's any questions from the public here. And if there's no other final questions from either commissioners or the petitioner or staff, do I have a motion to approve the special use permit for Toco, the Italian restaurant located to locate and operate at 950 Northwestern Avenue in the Westward Center, subject to the 4 general conditions that are established for the other tenants at 950 and the 5 conditions specific to Toco as described in detail by the staff in our report?
Do you want to add your condition about the?
And adding the condition about the music, because that wasn't in there as well.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Thank you so much.
Wonderful restaurant, excited,
Thank you.
very excited.
Thank you. Congratulations.
I'm excited, it's right by my house. That's why I was asking about the takeout.
awesome.
Is there anything else from staff before we adjourn here?
We are. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very excited.
Thank you.
We're having a nice festive occasion here as we try and wrap things
Wish
up
all our
business
petitions were
wise.
like
Yeah,
It's like, here's the one.
I know. Next time, instead of a presentation, maybe dinner would be good.
Yes, with some wine.
He's so much fun. I mean, meetings with him they're just,
He's awesome.
Since we're
we-
still in session here, is there anything else from staff?
we are working, we've asked for a preliminary plan for the IOSU property, a revised plan. And what we received just had a few parking spaces adjusted. The city engineer certainly is very supportive of the plan. The concern is that we don't get a plan that doesn't work internally with the circulation, and it's really tight. So we are meeting with them again this Friday just to encourage some thoughts. One suggestion that was raised was to maybe, again, just trying to think of creative ideas, find a way to attach in some way the coffee shop to one of the two existing buildings. That could free up some area of the site. It's not unusual to have some kind of a connection there where you really start to open up that site a little more so that cars don't have to wind their way through. So we're working we really want to bring that back to you in a way that you can take action and move it forward. So that was the delay. We didn't want to bring essentially the same plan back to you tonight. So
Shooting for that for like November, is that what you're thinking?
that is our goal. And again, we do have a meeting with them on Friday, and we've sent them many comments 2 and 3 times, and really trying to
Right.
not bring the same thing back to you. I know there's a contract and they're
Right.
feeling a bit entrenched in that, but we're really trying to get the adjustments made to allow you to move it forward.
So that would be for the November, what's the
That-
date on that?
I thought it was November 8th, is it? I don't know, I don't have my phone.
I believe it is early. I can look.
I thought it was the 8th.
The 8th?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Is it November 8th on your calendar?
And you do also have a draft calendar for next year, 2024.
I see that.
All of those dates are regular second Wednesday meeting dates. There wasn't any conflicts that we saw. If you want to take that with you, check your schedules and take action on it next meeting, when ideally we'll have a few more members.
Okay.
Valentine's Day. Be special.
Well, it's just a draft. We can modify that.
I appreciate that, and that it alleviates the burden of coming
Well,
up
yeah,
with Valentine's
okay.
Day.
Well-
We don't want to interfere with the Pasquazi household there, right?
I will make that note. And then the
I was
final.
on the record, oh geez.
Yeah, we're live.
And the final thing I wanted to mention is that you do still have a vacancy, and we have alerted the caucus. They've been working hard on interviewing candidates for various spots, but we have identified that as an urgent need. It's good to have 7 members, so we're not down to 4, because things do come up. So that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you so much. And with that, is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Does he want these back? I don't know, for any reason, do we want to?